Good afternoon, Big Brother fans. It is Thursday afternoon, August 8th, right? Yes, August 8th. And we have an eviction coming up in a little bit. Feeds were very quiet today, only up for a few hours. Not a ton of discussion going on, but it does seem like there's some good odds that if Tucker doesn't save himself with the AI, he may go home. He may get evicted tonight. It's very possible. I'm not sensing a unanimous vote unless it's maybe Kenny versus Tucker. Kenny versus Quinn. Look, we're assuming that Quinn is going up. It seems really, really obvious to all of us. We can't anticipate anybody else getting more votes than Quinn. So if somebody else goes up against Kenny and Tucker, everyone will be stupefied. I just can't see it happening. So it should be Tucker, Kenny, and Quinn on the block tonight. And again, if it's Tucker versus Kenny, I don't know, man. I think Tucker, or if it's Tucker versus Quinn, actually, I don't even know. I just don't know. I know what people are saying, but I'm not sure. Just not sure. I think production wants Quinn to stay around. I think the house guests, if they're true to their word, if we're not going to vote out the person who has won the power, or the person that gets put up by America, then they will stick with getting out Tucker, but it's going to be tough. I just expect Tucker's going to win the AI competition, and then it'll just be Quinn versus Kenny, and Kenny will get voted out. So tonight's show, these are the things I actually jotted very quickly down. What all has to be covered in tonight's show. First of all, there will be no head of household competition tonight. It's not going to happen. They've totally flipped to that model now. That model is now head of household happens after the show. And since they've been giving us the show back after the eviction fairly quickly, I mean, I'd rather, if my choices are, we're going to show you the head of household live, and then we'll bring the feeds back at like 1 a.m, versus we're not going to show you the head of household, but we'll give you the feeds back for a couple of hours after the show. I'm almost like, all right, fine, just give me the show back. Just give me the feeds back so I can watch the fallout from the eviction. Eventually, it'll probably annoy me, but for right now, I'm okay with it. There's enough house guests in the house, enough going on that there's talk going on and stuff. So, what do they have to show tonight? They have to show the fallout from the power veto. By the way, they gave a teaser of tonight's episode, which I retweeted. Very little of that was diary room reactions, and the teaser showed diary room reaction, and it showed Tucker and Cedric having words in one of the bedrooms, which I think was a precursor to the meeting that we caught the end of when the feeds came back on Monday. So we'll see a little bit more about how that meeting developed, I guess, which was a meeting called by Cedric, as far as what Tucker said. Cedric said, he's the one that called the meeting. So we'll see that, and we'll see the whole fallout with the house guests talking about, with Tucker revealing Quinn's power and all that. So we'll see that. And then, of course, we'll have to see, and I don't know how the order this is going to be done because they'll do commercial breaks and stuff, but at some point Julie will talk to the house guests and then reveal who America has selected to play for to be up for the POV. That's going to be Quinn. Probably do another commercial, right? Then they'll have, while they get ready for the AI competition, because now that I think about it, they got them down pretty quick to get ready for the AI competition, and it's probably, again, in the, quote, basement, so they will have to announce who the third player is and get them hustled off so they can get ready if they have to get suited up or whatever they have to do to get ready for the AI competition. They'll do that. Then they'll do the AI competition, right? Which they may show more stuff. Who knows? They did it last time while the three of them were waiting for the stuff. They showed us more stuff. They'll have the AI competition. then they'll have their little 2 minutes to rally to talk with them, and maybe they'll finally do that, like Julia's wanted them to. They'll do some campaigning and stuff, and Julie will call them in and have them vote. She'll do a couple of 3 votes, and then they'll take another commercial break, come back, finish out the votes, evict the person, do the interview with Julie, do some kind of a tease to do with coming up this coming week. She'll mention the Tuesday night show, the new twist or whatever they're going to reveal, and then they'll close that out with the with the house guest talking possibly for a little bit. But they've got to squeeze all of that in an hour. They'll do it obviously, but there's going to be a lot left out as usual that we won't see. Like, things that have happened in the past, like the embracing between Tucker and Rubina. I guess that was they were saying this is what we'll do if Tucker gets evicted. Rubina's going to give him a hug and they're going to put on a little show. But I don't know if that's what that was. We'll see. I honestly hope Tucker doesn't. I really want Kenny to go. I don't want Tucker to go, but yeah. So we'll see. What else? On my little quick notes, the voting. Yeah, the voting is going to be close. There's 14. There's going to be 11 votes, so it's going to take 6 to evict. So when you start looking at those at the 6, that's where you can get. It's like, okay, who are the 6 going to be? Who would vote? And I don't want to do this right now, and I'm not going to do the breakdown. But I mean, Angela's loyal to Tucker probably. Kenny's not voting. Cedric wants Tucker out. Cam wants. I'm not going to do all this. MJ is kind of loyal to Tucker because of the whole way things went down. So Rubina would probably be loyal to Tucker, maybe. But there's an awful lot of people that will vote Tucker out, I think, if he's on the block. So we'll see. It can't be a tie vote, so Cedric will not be involved. So the other thing I wanted to touch on in my notes is something that I have talked about a couple of weeks ago, and Dingo at Hamster Watch made a comment that I saw today that made me think about it. The cheapness of the AI interface, right? It looks really dumb. Somebody else, I think, mentioned that it looked like the baby, the AI, the cartoon baby from the 90s or the early 2000s. Remember the dancing? And this is what I thought they were talking about. Remember the dancing baby? It's those of you that don't, but it was in the 2000s or the late 1990s. The dancing baby. I don't know if it was from the Chumbawamba song or whatever it was from. Anyways, it was really just a 3D cartoon image, and it's like what the AI image almost looks like. It's like it's so cheap, and they've been doing upgrades to they've been fixing Ainsley. All these competitions are fixing Ainsley, and I think the house guest speculated that something was going to change, or they've been upgrading or fixing Ainsley, and I thought maybe Ainsley is going to change into the Chenbot. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I thought it might change into the actress that is playing Ainsley, because they have we saw the demo of Julie Chen as the Chenbot. So they've already done that in that little box. So why can't they turn Ainsley into Chenbot, or else have that actress portray an upgraded version of this really hideous thing that they've been doing for the last 3 weeks? We'll have to see. That was the thought. Was just what is this upgrade going to happen? Is this what they're teasing? Is it going to go from being this blue thing to an actual, person pretending to be an AI? Is that what's going to happen? I'm not sure. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I have gotten today a couple new patrons. Didn't want to give them a shout out, except for I don't have the second person's name, and I'm not going to try to look it up. But one of them is Jacqueline, who's been a patron in the past, and she messaged me and said she was signing back up. So thank you, Jacqueline. And the other person, I'm going to get your name, and I'll give all my patrons a shout out sometime within the next few days. All right? If you want to be a patron and you want to support me more than just by listening to the commercials at the end of this or whatever. You can do a couple of different things. If you don't want to be a patron, you can use the Ko-fi app, which is linked on my Twitter page. You can go to my Twitter page in my bio. There's a link, and in that link is a link to the Ko-fi app where you can you can donate that way, or you can become a patron. Patreon.com/BBGOSSIP. Become a patron, and I will give you a shout out and be eternally grateful to you, and you'll be one of my favorite people because you're doing a little extra, right? But with that, now I am going to sign off. Wish you a happy Thursday. Enjoy tonight's show. Should be a good one, and you'll like Tucker's look. For those of you that don't watch the feeds or pay attention and only listen to me and then watch the show, you may want to tune in just for Tucker's look. I'm telling you, he has been an exciting, fun character, right? I mean, the guy isn't boring, that's for sure. He's a bit intense, but he does put on a good show, and you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. I don't. If he does go home, I still am not going to put it in the category of like Marcellus, who really thought he was safe. Marcellus just thought he was safe when he used it. He was mistaken. Tucker also thought he was safe, but Tucker also thought, I'm winning this competition. And there was no battle back competition for Marcellus. There was no AI competition, no way to save themselves. Tucker was making a calculated risk, and he knew, and he was kind of like, I don't care. I want to liven this game up. So, it's a risk and reward thing, and it may be that the reward doesn't work out for Tucker, but he definitely gave us a show. If tonight is his last night, he gave us a show, right? I think you'll agree. All right, now I'm really on. Talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.